an urban explorer who frequents ruins felt a strange sensation while navigating a decaying corridor. As he pans his camera across a hallway, everything seems normal at first glance. However, on the second pass, a careful look into a small, dark side room reveals a pale figure with a wide, unmistakable smile directed straight at the lens. While the expression didn't immediately suggest malice, the sudden appearance of a face in a building that has been empty for years suggests that the photographer was never truly alone. A video of unknown origin, which surfaced on a horror website before being widely shared, shows a person walking through a completely deserted city. As the camera focuses on a red shrine, a grimy, human-like figure slowly emerges from the shadows. The most unsettling detail is its size. The figure is impossibly small, defying all logic and common sense. This sighting has fueled local urban legends about little old men or relics of the past that still inhabit the quiet corners of modern cities. While resting at a famous temple, a tourist captured footage of the surrounding trees that contained a bizarre anomaly. Hidden among the branches on the right side of the screen, a creature resembling a small, mythical dog appeared to be watching the visitors. Some investigators suggest this could be a Kame Ainu or a divine puppy, a creature often thought to be a legend but recently reported in sightings across the country. The way it remains perfectly still before vanishing suggests it may be a guardian spirit of the sacred grounds. 1. Driven by the suspicion that her boyfriend was cheating, a woman snuck into his room and began filming her search for evidence. Her frustration grows as she finds nothing, but the situation takes a terrifying turn when she flings open a closet door. Instead of hidden belongings, the camera captures the ghost of a woman staring back with a look of pure rage. While the photographer never found proof of another woman, she walked away with a recording of something far more dangerous that appears to be watching both her and her lover. A blogger in Shizuoka Prefecture accidentally switched her camera to video mode while trying to take a picture of her meal at a local shop. In the background of the casual footage, a woman's figure can be seen clinging upside down to a window on the second floor, staring directly at the woman. The figure is there for only a moment before disappearing into the night. Given that this occurred in a quiet music section of the building, the sight of someone hanging from the exterior glass is both physically impossible and deeply disturbing. The Dome Watcher. What was supposed to be a joyful home video of children playing inside an inflatable dome quickly turned into a source of deep unease. As the cameraman captures the kids' laughter and energy, a figure becomes visible through a far window, watching the scene from the outside. While it could be mistaken for a parent at first glance, the figure vanishes completely in the very next frame. The calm, steady gaze directed at the children has left the family with more questions than answers. The Facility Phantom. Deep in the mountains, an urban explorer stumbled upon an abandoned facility and began recording his walk through the ruins. As he narrates his find, a faint figure is seen peeking in his direction from an entranceway. When the man turns his camera to check the spot, the area is completely empty. Given the remote location of the facility, some wonder if this was an echo of a past worker who remains unchanged by time. While reviewing an old videotape, a man discovered a disturbing anomaly hidden within the footage. The tape initially shows a standard broadcast ending screen, but the image begins to distort as strange words scroll across the monitor. Suddenly, the screen cuts to black, revealing the trembling head of a woman with long hair who seems to reach toward the viewer. Most chillingly, the man claims he had already seen this exact woman in a series of recurring dreams before finding the tape. A man waiting to meet a friend began filming the ground after noticing a toothpick moving on its own. As he tilts the lens downward to get a better look, a faint human-like face appears for just a second. The image shows sunken eyes and indistinct features, giving the impression of a presence standing extremely close to the camera. The recorder didn't see the face with his naked eye, and the mystery of what was standing over him remains unsolved. A surveillance camera overlooking a crowded public plaza captured a woman in the upper right corner who didn't seem to belong. As she walks slowly through the crowd, her legs begin to fade away until she disappears entirely. She reappears shortly after, but remarkably, none of the pedestrians walking right next to her seem to notice her transparent form. Security reviews found no other trace of the woman, and she was never recorded on that camera again. A couple visiting an aquarium was recording an octopus inside a large tank when they noticed something terrifying among its tentacles. Nestled between the creature's suction cups was the clear image of a pale, human-like face with a faint expression. The couple was left shaken, especially after recalling that they had recently deleted a photo from their phone that contained a similar, unexplained figure. During a ride on a local streetcar, a traveler filmed the scenery to document his trip. Upon reviewing the footage later, he was disturbed to see several dark handprints appearing on the lower corner of the window as the car stopped at a station. The prints lacked any form beyond the wrist and were pressed firmly against the glass from the outside. Neither the driver nor the passengers noticed the prints, leading some to believe they belonged to a spirit unable to board the car. A comedy duo was filming a rehearsal of their routine when something went wrong with the footage. As one of the men bows and steps aside, his figure briefly doubles, creating two overlapping versions of himself for several seconds.
れください。
はい、お客様お時間はフリータイムでよろしかったですか？
いや、カラオケじゃないから。
あ、そっか。
いや、こう。
いらっしゃいませ。
すいません、これください。
あ、お客様こちら。
どうもありがとうございました。
At the time of the recording, the man had just been diagnosed with a serious lung condition. He has since gone on hiatus to focus on his recovery, leaving the strange glitch as a haunting reminder of his illness. A man was recording video directions for a friend when he panned his camera toward a construction site. When the lens tilts upward, a transparent figure wearing an old-style military hat is seen peeking over the top of a fence. Moments later, a second shadow appears on a wall behind the cameraman, despite him being completely alone on the street. 'The history of the construction site remains a mystery, but the figure in the hat suggests a connection to the past. In a neighborhood plagued by theft, a security camera was installed to monitor the street. While most of the footage was mundane, one clip showed a pair of legs walking across the road, but the figure was only visible from the ankles downward. The partial figure turns toward a nearby building and vanishes into thin air. Investigators checked the building for a history of hauntings but found nothing to explain the phantom footsteps. A couple was recording a heated argument on a mobile phone when a sudden jolt to the camera revealed a grim sight. Behind the arguing pair, a darkened figure appears to be lying face down on the road with features that look severely burned.
見せるわけじゃないんだから。
私が嫌なんだけど、だから意味わかんないのは、その先輩とかバイト先だけの話でしょ。だからもうプライベートと踏み込んじゃダメだからね。だからね、撮んねやめてって言ってんじゃん。いい加減にしてよ。
なんか
そんなやつ。人の男狙うような女別に働く
いや別に狙ってないでしょ。
狙ってるから。
いや何も
男だから分かってない。
怒られてます。記録だから相談があるんだけどって言われたらさ、
別にプライベートでご飯なんか行かないもん。その場で聞くよ。
いやその場でほらそうかもしんないけどさ、
そうしかないから。それしかないから。
じゃあ
いや相談乗んなきゃいいでしょ。今後もうずっと。
そんなことしないでよ。
ほんと触んないでマジで。
いや
ほんとやだ。取らんで。
ごめんって。
謝んなら触んないでマジで。カメラを向けんな。
だそうです。
見ろっつってんだからふざけんなマジで。
The couple later admitted that their emotions felt unnaturally intense during the fight, leading them to believe the presence on the road was influencing their behavior. Parking lot giant. While searching for their car in a massive parking lot, two friends began filming the dramatic lights above the city skyline. Between two tall structures, they captured a giant human-like figure peering down from above the buildings.
まっすぐだっけ。どっちに間違いない。ここに
The scale of the entity was far too large to be a normal person, and while some suggested it was a reflection, the witnesses insisted the mystery was much larger than a simple trick of the light.